1991, written by Koji Suzuki and published by Kadokawa Shoten, was that of Ring. Introduced in the novel was the villainess of Sadako Yamamura, as the character proved to be monumentally as well as critically popular within Japanese popular-based culture of the 1990s, as future stories of the character depicted in Japanese media as well as film adaptations of Suzuki's books also proved to have a very broad appeal with the Japanese public. The concept of the Ring, as it's known in the West, even has foreign remakes of it, being American versions depicted of the film with the character known in Western media, specifically the United States, as Samara Morgan. Despite the Japanese and American versions of the novel being rather popular in their respective countries, in roughly the 25 years since the novel was first published in 1991, there was actually a single Korean version of the film released in 1999. Despite the fact that the first film-based adaptation of Ring was in 1995, the 1998 version is considered to be the first true adaptation of the book. Within the Korean version of the Ring novel, there were sources mentioning that the film was eerily similar to the 1998 film. Others have claimed that certain scenes depicted in the Korean adaptation were to be that of a blatant rip-off of the Japanese film according to other sources. The film was reacted to with mixed receptions from Korean audiences and wasn't a clear success unlike the Japanese and American films based on the Ring novel. In terms of similarities or differences to the novel, the movie had certain details which were more faithful and others which were changed to be more acceptable or relatable to the Korean audience. The similarities were that the main character from the novel was a man by the name of Kazuyuki Asakawa, while in the film the main character was a woman, Sun Ju-hong. The villainess from the novel was that of Sadako Yamamura, and in the film she was Eun-Suh Park. Despite the Korean adaptation having similarities as well as differences to the Japanese novel and film, there wasn't any interest for any further sequels or turning the Korean film into a franchise, much like what was seen within the Japanese and American films. Sometimes a character can be forgotten because even though there was possible potential, cultural differences led to audiences being uninterested and even hostile.